So we should be live, even though it's not got anything going. It shows that we're live, says excellent connection. And we're about 5 seconds into it. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And be good to go with that. I'll go ahead and open up another tab over here. Get the stream running. And there it is. So I want that to be there. I got it muted so there won't be any feedback. I don't see myself on the camera yet. That's fine. That's because I do not have Zoom running, but I'm getting ready to start Zoom. I might update that. Maybe, I don't know. So let's go ahead and get Zoom going. And I got to do this a different way because you can see on the stream it says you have a meeting that's currently in progress. Please end and start a new meeting. So I don't want to end it because I don't know who's in there. So I know there's a workaround around this. I'm going to leave the meeting and then I will just go work around this, which I've done this like 3 times today. So it's not a hard workaround actually. Kind of interesting though that I have to do it this way. And there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and reclaim the host. And I kind of was wondering about that. So that's fine. All right. Let me get back over here where I need to be. Hey, Jeff, no problem. I'm just getting started myself and trying some new things. Got 2 people waiting to get in, which are Catherine and Alex. I will let them in. And there's Alex. And then there will be Catherine. Appreciate the heads up. Thank you, Jeff. If you could, before you go, let me know the audio and the video, please. We are streaming on YouTube. And it looks good over here. I got to make one small adjustment in OBS, though. Let me close the host. Alex, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So when we get the video running, and cool. Now I need to go into OBS and make an adjustment. And that adjustment is simply going to be, where am I going to put this at? I think it's going to go right there. And that looks good. I can deal with that. That looks cool. So as usual, running late. Partially she was late getting out. Partially the NVIDIA Shield thing went to left field and I wanted to try to get it fixed, which I sort of kind of did get it fixed. It's functioning. I am using the C170 right now because my phone needs charged. I like Alex's background. That's pretty cool. I may have to get him to email me the link for that where he got it so I can use it as well.
I'll just email you the picture.
Either or. Either way.
I don't know why I got it. I got it off of Google. I'll just email you the picture.
That's fine. And he's now restreaming the broadcast, so that's good. He had about 40 people watch last night, so that's cool. We get his viewership up, get the ball rolling in the right direction. So, Catherine, can you hear me?
Yes.
And
Yes.
Darren, are you awake? Is Darren actually awake? He's no longer muted. That's why I asked. I didn't want to end. I could have ended this and just restarted a bit. I figured it was better to do it the way I've been doing it because I don't know what's going on when I blindly enter like that. So it's just best to enter it. I did reclaim the host. So the reason you guys sat in the waiting room so long is because I believe Aaron just fell asleep and he didn't know you were there. So we're all together, so that's cool. While I'm waiting for that, I can change this around.
What are we waiting for?
Nothing. Not waiting.
Nothing.
Not waiting for
Okay.
anything. Just I figure Greg will show up, and I figure Jeff said he'll be here about 9, so that's in about 12 minutes or so. I don't know about Gary. He's got to go to work tomorrow morning, so he may not be Alex talked to me earlier tonight about maybe somebody he knows will join us in the Zoom, and that's fine. I don't know if he's muted or what. I seen lips moving, but I didn't hear no sound. So I think he's calling someone on his phone, it looks like. It's about the only bad thing about these virtual backgrounds. Any little bit of movement the wrong way, and
Yes,
you can get.
I was letting him know, letting my buddy know that you're streaming and what link to use, because I sent him two links. My private Zoom link for us to talk, and your link. So I was letting him know which
Oh, okay.
link to join in on.
That's fine. That is fine. So it does show someone is watching. Hopefully the phone gets enough of a charge I can use it instead of the one I got going. I've got some things I need to get ordered tonight or tomorrow from Amazon to get here. I need the microphone stand, or not the microphone, the camera stand, little tripod, and the little gizmo that lets you put your phone on it. So there's a great guy. Let him in. It's just an adapter that you put on your iPhone or your Android that will let it go to the mini tripod. I'm sure.
Hello, Greg.
Pardon?
He doesn't say anything.
No. Occasionally he will.
Hey, everybody.
See? There he goes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hello,
Greg.
Greg.
You missed the third part today, but I didn't really advertise it. I kind of forgot about it, and then I got reminded about it. But I can show it again next week if you'd like.
I didn't even get up till 12:15 again today.
Oh, my goodness.
Waiting for the big winter storm.
Yeah, I guess you guys have got one coming your way, don't you?
Saying 5 to 8 inches.
Wow. I wonder how that's going to miss us. It's coming up out of the south?
I'm not sure. I just used the Windows weather utility.
Yeah.
Got a taskbar.
Hi, Sam.
Hello.
Hi, Sam. Hey, Sam.
Looks like you got some wireless headphones on.
Correct.
How are they?
They're very good.
Good. Good. Yeah, I'm not using my headset right now. This is working out pretty good because I'm not watching anything else in the background that would interfere. So I'm good either way, actually. Now, if I was going to show something that had audio with it, I'd put on the headset, and that way there's no feedback. So this is working out. We're supposed to get, I seen something somewhere, they're predicting about 3 inches for us, but the way it was laid out, I don't know when that is. It could be 2 weeks from now.
And I looked at my son's weather. They said he was going to be down to like 18 tonight.
Well, between me and you and anyone else, it could not snow here until April or May of 2023, and I'd be happy.
I'm ready for the snow. Got my snow shovel, and I got a big jug of ice melt that I bought like 3 years ago, never used.
We had a bottle of water that I sat out yesterday. It was a full bottle of water. It's finally frozen solid. But I also have a littler bottle of water that I set out yesterday that's in a different container, plastic. It's barely starting to get ice on it, and that makes no sense to me. I would think that, cold is cold is cold.
Yeah.
So they're saying we are currently 22 degrees. The low tonight will be, they're showing snow tonight. Wonderful. About time to move. We got terrible weather coming up. I mean, brutally cold weather.
Yeah.
Just not looking forward to that at all.
Somebody chimed in.
Yeah, Sam left and then he's coming back.
Hello, I was updating Zoom.
Yeah, mine updated a little while ago. 951.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that works. I've seen it say, "Hey, you've got an update waiting." It kind of
It usually does it after your Zoom meeting. That's what it did to me the last time.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I did change my picture. I was like, why did I change my picture?
Retro
Hey Gary,
Hello.
you are back. I am back. Catherine is back. Darren's not talking good. He's unmuted. Sam is with us, and Greg has joined us. Jeff said he'd be here about 9 at the top of the hour, which is about 6 minutes away.
Greg is Yosemite Sam?
Yep,
Yeah,
got a cool background.
Cool. I'm just getting stuff out of the refrigerator over an hour.
Are you cleaning it?
No, that's not my job.
Are you hungry?
No, thirsty.
Oh, so you had to move things to get to what you were drinking?
Yeah. No. I forgot and left it open. That was how bright I was. Yeah, no big deal.
I can't even get in my freezer. I got so packed. Got all my kids' vegan stuff in there.
You have to freeze that? Serious? Yeah.
It's all plant-based meat alternatives.
Oh, how's that going?
Yeah, exactly. Do you eat that?
No. No way, Jose.
There is a vegan restaurant in the Detroit area, Royal Oak, if you know the area, and it's not bad. But I'm not gonna eat vegan for a rule, but if you have to make it taste like something else, why the hell do you want to eat it?
Kind of
Yeah.
makes you wonder, don't it?
I mean, I want a hamburger. I don't want something that tastes like hamburger.
Yes. I don't want them to. I don't want all the vegans and all the scientists to eventually force their vegan meat on us meat eaters. I want actual meat, not the whatever they call that, the Whopper, the vegan Whopper.
I haven't tried any, and I don't. And the only way I've tried it is someone snuck it in on me, and I didn't know it. Then I would have tried it, but otherwise, I'm not going to try it.
Actually, I tried
I'm a
it.
meat and potatoes minus the potatoes right now, so.
I didn't hate it. The joke is it had more fat in it and more calories than the other one.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So, Alex, they're saying your stream is blurry. I just jumped over to your station.
Oh, he's clear.
Terrible weather is better than tornadoes and tornado warnings watches. It's currently snowing. Yeah, Matthew Camp is getting snow down in Tennessee. I know that. I knew that.
It's streaming it. I got it set. OBS is set to stream at 1280 by 720. It's clear for me. 720p.
Yeah, it's clear for me too. No issues, Alex.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm looking at Alex's. It looks good for me, too. Sam, did you just say something? You didn't, did you? I didn't think you did, but you talked over there on Alex's stream. That's cool. That's a good trick, Alex. You have to teach me how you did that.
Do what?
I'm watching Alex's stream over there, and it looked like you were talking, honestly, but I didn't hear anything because I got it muted, and I said, Sam, did you say something? You went, no, but I don't think the lag's that bad. It might be. I don't know.
I don't know what it was. No big deal.
Yeah, no, it's not at all. I use the ultra low latency setting. That seems to work out really good.
Nice.
Yeah. And I didn't know anything about it until Doug brought it up on one of his streams. So since then, I make sure that it's set.
I've had a couple of times when I've made the vegans pissed, though.
Made vegan fish?
Pissed. Pissed off. Angry.
Oh.
Not liking me.
Vegan fish? Oh, no.
That's what it did sound like, but I understand what he's saying now.
They do have vegan fish.
Really?
Yeah. I've seen it. I thought about buying it for my kid.
Is it kelp? Seaweed?
No, I don't think so. I think it's regular fish, but the breading on it is a lot better than what they put on regular breaded fish.
Oh.
That's probably what it is.
I've had seaweed.
They only sell fish.
Seaweed's not bad. Really not.
Mm.
Kelp's not bad. Squid's not bad. Kind of rubbery, but it's not bad. So Matthew Cap said it is sticking as in West Tennessee got snow. Yeah, Robert had posted pictures earlier of the snow they were getting, so y'all can keep it. Just Greg, since you want the snow, I'll just send our snow your way.
That's good.
Mm.
Don't want it. Gary said they got snow today, earlier.
Last night.
Oh, last night?
Yeah.
It's supposed to start in the next hour, they're saying, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock tomorrow.
That has to be coming from the south then, because the storm that we're getting is coming directly out of the west from Iowa. So that must be coming up the coast from the south.
I think so.
Well, it's just now starting to get cold around here. It's 28 today. It's been in the upper 20s, I guess, all day.
We were 21 degrees, I believe, when we got home a while ago.
We were 6.
And I'm still outside in my shorts and t-shirt, so, you know, I don't know when I'm going to put on long pants.
And so does the
I
snow
know.
set.
We were at 67 earlier today.
I was no longer in the military where I got to be told what I got to wear, so I'm going to wear my shorts.
Don't gotta boots. You don't gotta blouse your boots no more.
Ken,
Oh, I probably wear boots to walk through the snow, but I may have shorts on. Yeah, Catherine.
Ken, don't worry. Your wife will tell you when and what you have to wear for how long. It's not an issue. Don't worry.
Oh, it's not an issue. She might mention I should put on a jacket, and she might mention I probably ought to put on long pants, and I may put them on. I have to admit, she's pretty good about stuff like that, and I think maybe once I put a jacket on. I only own 2 jackets, so. But I thought tonight when I stepped outside that it was a little brisk and my legs got a little chilled, but it's not that cold yet. When we get into the negatives, I might think twice about that. Or if I'm going to be out for a long period of time. I'm just trying to find something on the weather over here. Winter storm threatens millions on the East Coast. Wow. I guess that would include Greg, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see if it shows it on the radar where it's coming out of. Yeah, I've been a t-shirts and shorts guy for ever since I can remember. And I used to get in trouble in the military because everybody would have to wear field jackets when it was 60 degrees. And I always thought that was stupid, that you got to be uniform. Everyone, if one person wears a field jacket, you all wear a field jacket. And I just thought that was the dumbest thing. So, and my mom has mentioned on a couple occasions that, why are you not in long pants, young man? Why are you wearing shorts? And I got them in the car, Mom.
My neighbor does the same thing. Shorts and tennis shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like how we all have our virtual backgrounds on.
Well, we don't know about Darren, Catherine, and Gary.
I'm in the midnight.
Well, you wouldn't have a virtual background on if you were just over audio.
That's true.
Gary's in the dark mode.
Midnight.
Well, that storm that you're getting, Greg, caused flooding down south. That's crazy. And they show us, well, Kansas is not truly south. Let's see. Kansas is west.
Yeah.
Georgia is south. They're saying that's in the south. I don't get that at all. Where's the I-95 corridor? Oh, that's in They just mentioned eastern Arkansas. That's in Alex's neck of the woods. You got snow, Alex?
Sleet. I don't know about snow, but I know sleet.
Well, I'm not going to go out and look. I wake up to snow, I wake up to snow. You know? She's off tomorrow, so there's no...
And you're not gonna be happy about it.
I'm not going to be happy about it, but I ain't going to go out and play in it either. Okay, so, yeah, Greg, they're showing it on the thing now, and it's coming out. Mississippi, Louisiana, Atlanta, South Carolina, Virginia, Washington, D.C., Atlantic City, It's all away from us, which is good. See, that's good. They listened to what I told them. And then there is a cold front coming down our way. It's saying 2 to 6 inches in your neck of the woods. And then Norfolk's going to get bad rain. So there's your weather forecast for this hour.
Commercial break.
Yep. Time to go to the sponsor.
Where's the cute girl?
You know, that's a good question.
Guys, I've got a bit of a. Can you guys hear me?
Sorry, yes, I can hear you, sir.
Cool, okay. Good.
Hey,
I've got a bit of a question.
I'll give you $100 to do that.
I've got a question. I'm having to
We don't have to
reinstall
worry about
Windows
that.
10
But
for a
in all
client,
seriousness, when you
but whenever I put into the Windows 10 install USB or DVD, same with Windows 11, the solid state drive comes up as 0 megabytes.
Say that again. You put on Windows 10?
No, so what I'm doing is I've got a computer. I have to reinstall Windows 10 for a client, a cousin of mine, but I only use a computer. Now, whenever I boot into Windows 10 or 11 USB or DVD, and then I go to where I select drive, I want to install Windows, it comes up as 0 megabytes.
Free. 0 megabytes free. Is that what you're saying, Sam?
Correct. 0 megabytes free, or it's or 0 megabytes, like total storage 0 megabytes. If I put that exact SSD externally to my laptop, it comes up as the proper 480 gigabytes. If I put in my own SSD, which is 500 gigs, that comes up as 0 megabytes on that same computer.
I'm going to ask a stupid question. Have you tried any BIOS on it? I'm sure you have.
Yeah, my client did get his motherboard replaced, and then he kept getting blue screens. So he said, so he told me Lenovo told him to reinstall. So he wants me to reinstall Windows.
Okay, did you check to make sure it's got the latest BIOS on it?
No, I have not checked that yet. I can do that now. It's a Lenovo L15. It's a Lenovo laptop, an AMD one. It's a 15-inch AMD laptop.
Is it the Legion?
No, it's not. It's ThinkPad. Lenovo ThinkPad. They make AMD machines.
No, I don't.
It's not. It's definitely not gaming. My client uses it, or cousin uses it for work. It's a full work machine. If I go in the app menu, I go to setup, and I look up. Let me just make a new browser tab. BIOS, UEFI BIOS version 1.18. If I look up Lenovo L15 drivers, I'll look up, and I completely botched that. Lenovo L.
That's called a whoops moment, Sam.
Yep. Let me just share my screen.
He's in mobile.
Yeah, really. Robert said they got about an inch of snow on the ground where he's at in West Tennessee. You can keep it.
What does Zoom want now? Yeah, I'm just looking at the latest BIOS, but the way you update the BIOS is via Windows, so I'm not 100% sure.
So, what does it say in the system information about the BIOS? Can you go
Version, yep, I'm looking at UEFI BIOS version, and the BIOS version is 1.18.
And what is it in Lenovo?
Which model?
Lenovo L15. It's got a Ryzen. This one's got a Ryzen 5 4650U. It's a Ryzen 5 Pro, 4th gen Ryzen. So it's let me just check BIOS. There you go.
The model number should be in the system information.
Yep, I've got model number. Let me just look up, scan down the page. System part. Serial number. I've got UEFI BIOS version. I've got machine type model. Would that help?
Yes.
Yes, machine. I'll type it into the chat, into the Zoom chat. Make it easier.
Okay, yes.
20U 7SO 7S 05J 00. Yep, I just typed. I'll do when no L15.
So Greg,
Yeah,
tomorrow night you need to be able to get a camera outside and a boom mic or something. I want a live report from the snow.
I'll borrow my son's phone.
Oh, if we get any accumulation, I'm sure either through Facebook or YouTube or something, I'll do something.
You bet, Ken.
Haven't looked yet. I'm still looking over here. Let me look over here. Yeah, I got it. That is nice. I like that picture. Who wants to come in?
Yeah.
Nope, that would be Robert. Is that you, Robert?
Yep.
Figured it was. I like your little thing. You're going to put a Batman outfit in your closet. Is that so when you get older, when you have Alzheimer's, you'll fool yourself?
I thought I was on the other account. Oh, that's right, I was on a computer. Oops.
I had to put that on there. I wish they would show the whole thing, actually. Are you showing us the snow? Here we go. Weather report. First ever. Oh, that ain't nothing.
Hard to see.
Okay, so Sam posted in the chat room for the information you guys are asking for.
Yeah, that's I'm just looking up now on Lenovo's website. They've got a thing where you type in the serial number and it'll tell you the exact model of computer. So I'm doing that now, the serial number.
So tomorrow night, Greg's going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully I have a lot more.
Well, you historically probably do get more snow than West Tennessee does.
Last 3 or 4 years, we haven't had hardly any.
We got snow 1 year ago today. Didn't amount. It was about double what Robert showed.
I'm like 2 feet.
You feeling okay?
I'm from Chicago originally.
Sam,
Yes?
is that date right?
No, not 2001, 2021. 2021 04 08. It came with Windows 10, and before my client got the replacement motherboard, he had Windows 11. But I told my client he'll get in Windows 10, but he's not too fussed about which version of Windows he has. So he's in 10, like most of my clients.
Catch violations for our backgrounds. Can't wait to get that.
Oh no, Nintendo might copyright me. Oh no.
Yeah, really.
Pokemon, yeah.
Well, apparently it's okay to play Pokemon games and Nintendo games and everything over the internet. Alex was doing it earlier.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I would think that might be against it, but who knows?
No, but Nintendo do some stupid things. I did a review on on my YouTube channel. I mentioned I did something with Nintendo, then they completely shut down my account. They violated their terms and conditions.
Really? Should have asked him to pay you for it. Oh, Greg,
Yeah,
family portrait? I like that.
Yeah,
uh,
I captured that from one of my games.
nice. Donkey Kong Jr.?
Yeah,
That's scary. I knew that. This is what I'm talking about on Jeopardy. Them off the wall obscure things that there's no way I should know. How did I know that's from Donkey Kong Jr.? Beats me.
because you probably
You play it every day?
No. I did play back in the, I think it was 90s when Doom came out. You remember that game?
And I can't say the other one. Doom, yeah.
I did play that on over the internet, which was incredibly slow.
Yeah, Wolfenstein also.
Yeah, Wolfenstein or Steen, yeah.
Yeah.
Wolf 3D.
Yeah. And then I'll tell you one of the most funnest games I ever played was Roller Coaster Tycoon. I actually bought Roller Coaster Tycoon and put it on my computer. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, I've got a game like Roller Coaster Tycoon called Planet Coaster, which is literally a modern remake of it, which is great on Windows.
Yeah, it's just.
I got that NES and Super NES emulator that I downloaded for free. Handful of games. Super Mario.
I'm just gonna make that.
I remember one time years ago when my kids had a Nintendo that we bought them, had it hooked up, and it was Monday Night Football. I didn't want to watch the halftime. So I started playing it. I got up to level 77, and it was 1 o'clock in the morning.
Hello, Jeff.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hey, Jeff.
All right, I'll stop. I kind of like that one.
Catherine,
How's the new build going?
are you looking for
Right,
the
I
mouse?
installed Samsung Magician today because that's the kind of NVMe drive I have, but that's all that happened
Excellent.
today. We do some other stuff on Sundays that takes priority.
Did it update it? Up to new firmware? Chuck?
701 is the version.
Yeah, 7.0.1 point something.
Yeah.
No, the new.
Yes, 7.01 is the newest one, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about the firmware on the drive itself.
No.
That one I'd have to check, but it did say I had the latest one, so
Craig gives me an idea here.
it updated it, I think.
Every day of the week, we should have a different virtual background theme. Well, that bombed. Never mind. We'll keep the tech
Dancing
stuff going.
girls.
Yeah, there you go.
Filipino dancing girls.
I knew you were
Did
gonna
you
say
watch
that.
me watch that video or what? No, I did watch a Filipino band. They were playing in the pouring round or something like that. Wasn't too good. Let me see what that was. The funny thing was I thought it was Filipino, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Did you find it? Sam?
Oh, Greg got a new.
No, I haven't yet. No, I haven't. I'm trying to look up on Lenovo's website, and I'm not getting much luck when I type in the serial number. Yep.
Okay. Here, let me help you with that. Go to Lenovo.
Yeah, and I'm on their website, and I'm in the serial number thing, and I type in the system unit serial number, and I get nothing. Same with system board serial number.
Yeah. If you go to the left hand of the screen and do view product support, it'll ask you the model number. You'll say Lenovo or not. Lenovo.
Sorry about
Dell.
that. I don't know how that got over
Yeah,
there.
Right, that's you.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing support. It's a PC computer. Yes, it's search PC support browse product. It's a laptop series. It's a ThinkPad L, I think. ThinkPad L series, the L sub series. It's the L15. L15, I think Gen 1. Got the CPU. It doesn't. Let me check on the actual machine, it says L15 on the front. On the bottom, it says, oh, that's hard to see. Let me get my torch. ThinkPad. It doesn't say, ThinkPad L15 Gen 1. Okay, that's what the bottom panel says. So hopefully that's right. 15 Gen 1. I want. It's coming up with 2. I'll share my screen so you can see, but it's not what
Alright. And we're gonna share screens.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, I'll share that. What's the password? Stupid Mac OS.
Ken, what's that background? Is that from Harry Potter or The Matrix?
No, I don't know what that's from. I just went and found it on the internet. It looked pretty cool.
Reminds me of one scene in Harry Potter where they're in this building. They got a whole bunch of prophecies stored on a bunch of shelves. It also reminds me of something in The Matrix too.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, the Matrix would be green. They kind of trademarked that. I didn't watch much Harry Potter. I think I might have watched a little bit of the first one, but it just didn't interest me. Now, that's not to say when the grandkids get older, I might be reintroduced to it, but it just never was my type of movies.
Well, I used to be a science fiction and fantasy sort of person, although that dwindled as I got older.
Are you a Dune fan?
Partially. I liked the first 2 or 3 books. And then it kind of got boring to me, to be honest with you, after the first 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I would take that one to the bottom one.
Like there's a new series out for something of the world. I can't remember what it is.
I was sending one of those too.
Yeah, I know. Gen.
What's it on, Jeff? Do you know?
The Gen 1 isn't there.
No, I can't remember now. And
it doesn't have Gen 1 on it. Sorry.
Books were written by a guy named Robert Jordan.
But I know these ones. One of
these. You can do those too.
Let's let them get this done so we don't confuse them.
Yep.
I've got the CPU. It's an AMD Ryzen 5 Pro 4650U with Radeon graphics.
Try both of those and see which one it is.
Yeah, I should have done a new tab. OS. That'll be Windows 10. I'll see what that comes up with. Enter serial number. Okay, I've got sister machine type model. I've got 2OU. Okay. 2OU3, 2OU7. I think I worked it out, the other one. ThinkPad L15. 207U. 2OU7. Yep, that's found it. I found it. Yep, I found the exact one. It's Dad's got Dad's got a slightly upgraded model, but update my system.
No, drivers and software.
The BIOS.
You got it. It's there. There it is. Put it on this. It's easier to use.
No, it's usually. When was that released? Let me check. Details. October last year. That's definitely been updated since. Yeah, that's definitely been updated.
Yep.
And it says critical, so.
You can take over.
Yep, cool, I should be able to.
Yep.
I'll try that. I've never done a BIOS. Oh no, I've actually done a BIOS update once in the BIOS, and that was my MSI gaming laptop. So that's how MSI do BIOS updates.
You might want to see if they have instructions there.
Yeah, I'll read instructions because I don't want to screw things up because it's my.
Well, connect it to the power if it's not already connected for the
Yeah, yeah. It's got its USB-C cable connected. Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm just saying because Lenovo's, they will not even update before you don't do
Correct. Correct, and I know what Dad's Lenovo's got when it does a BIOS update. It's got a thing called it's got fallback protection or something. So if things go terribly wrong, it'll roll back to the previous BIOS if things go severely wrong.
Yeah, it's, yes.
Which I like. Yeah. Let me format this USB. So then I'll go from there.
So the hard drive that shows 0 megabyte, is it a HDD, a mechanical one, or is it
No, it's NVMe. The computer can only do M.2 SATA or NVMe. So it's an NVMe drive. I took out that generic drive and put in my own 500 gig Samsung drive, and that gave me the same issue. I put my own in to see if it does anything else, and same issues.
So AMD, it's an AMD machine.
Correct. AMD Ryzen 5 Pro.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. I've never had this before, and I looked up the issue of the 0 megabytes, and one guy said, take out your mechanical hard drive, clean the hard drive and the connection, put it back in, it should work. And I'm like, no, there's no hard drive. And I have took the drive back out, and back in again.
So my Acer would not accept the 4x4 NVMe that I put in. It was like just blue screening, like no.
Oh, yeah.
I could go to the BIOS, yes, and then it would just not having it. But that isn't. First, it's an Intel system, and second, it's from 2017. Yes.
Yeah.
So I assume it's only that he can read up to PCIe Gen 3. Yes, 3x4 should be fine. Yes.
Yeah, but the SSD I've got in my cousin's laptop is the exact one that came as a computer.
Okay.
So it was working until Lenovo decided to replace, until we had to get a new motherboard because USB-C port stopped working. And Lenovo said, all right, now, my cousin's Adam said, all right, Adam, you have to reinstall Windows. And he's like, oh. So he's asked me to do it, and I'm trying to work out the issue. So I'll try a BIOS update.
Yes, try the BIOS update first, and then and then let us know, because I know if you said, oh, I put in a Western Digital as a NVMe, and I would say, okay, it's the Western WD, yes, because WD controllers and AMD, they don't like each other. Yes.
No, it's not Western Digital. I think an Intel drive. I think Lenovo have OEM Intel drive.
Okay, so it's like a 660p or something like that.
Something, yeah. If I go into main, let me go into I can't see that clip on this screen, but it's probably like an Intel drive or something like that.
Yeah, I have an Intel drive too, and it's fading on me.
Yeah, I always go to Samsung, regardless, unless otherwise. If Samsung's out of stock, then I go to someone else. But it's always Samsung.
Yeah, Samsung is a good choice because you can use Intel and on the AMD, usually without any issues. Yeah. So I would say do the BIOS update first, and then if it's still not working, because they could have improved from these two versions, they could have improved the compatibility, yes.
Correct, yeah. It
Right.
could have been, yeah. Because I tried Windows 10 Build 2004 from a DVD. Then I tried 20. Yeah, I have a Windows 10 installed DVD, which I do use in rare cases. Then that failed, so I tried a USB. I tried 21H1, then 21H2, and they both failed. So I'm like, stuff this. Let's try Windows 11, and same issue.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to format this USB because I don't really have format on Mac OS. So partition. Can I get rid of this partition? Can I? No, I'm just,
Last step, I got it. I'm gonna talk 10 for a minute, but I got one for you. There's a thing called G-Part, G-Part.
Yep.
You might want to look for that in shareware, and then you probably already know about it. But that'll change the partition on the drive for M.2. Might be worth a shot.
No, I've got another one. I use the Mini Partition Wizard, which is based on Windows PE, and that one's a bit easier for partitioning drives, and it does a similar job.
So use it. Blast get everything out of there, and then try to load it.
Yeah, because currently it's got on there a corrupted Windows install, which I corrupted even further by recovering files.
And give it a shot.
No.
Hey, Ken?
Yes. What?
I got a couple of questions for the Roadrunner.
Okay. I'm sure they'll answer.
Not question, comment. Did you hear today Monday is the last day of MI engines by Chrysler?
I did not.
No more 8 cylinders for Chrysler. All 6 are under. And their actual speech was because of the environment.
Toyota truck this year has dropped their 8-cylinder engine, which was the most reliable one they had. They've gone to the turbocharged V6 like Ford and some others have done.
Right, but didn't we go through this maybe 25, 30 years ago where everything went to 4 and 6 cylinder? And then a few years back, they were like, yeah, we're bringing the 8 cylinder back. And then they brought that back. Now we're doing the same thing over again?
I have a question. How is everyone going to afford electric cars?
Huh?
How is everybody going to afford electric cars?
I don't know.
They're not cheap.
Oh, no. I know.
And then you got to buy a charger. It's like $2,000 to get a supercharger, they call it, for your house.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to decide what to do sometime during this year or early next year. My extended warranty runs out in 20,000 miles or in March of 2023 on my F-150. And I bought it after I had some trouble under the original manufacturer's warranty. And I've had one turbocharger go out already, developed an oil leak and had to be replaced. And I don't drive it hard. I rarely ever kick it in, and yet it developed a leak.
Did you get your warranty?
Not yet, Ken. I'm waiting on you to get here before we do that.
Okay. I just wondered. I thought when you were showing your tablet a while ago, it looked like that.
No, I was showing you I had my heater on.
Yeah, I know that. And you got to provide marshmallows and sticks for everybody. You know that, right?
I'm reaching out for a marshmallow.
So, Jeff, what is that in your background?
That is an image from the homepage of Oak Ridge National Lab, where I worked for 22 years, way back when.
Okay.
Some of their research there, they're into high-performance supercomputing. They had the fastest machine in the world at one time. They don't right now, the Chinese.
Faster than Kerry Holzman's Big Beast build?
Yes.
Okay.
A
Couple of us got that.
Don't get me.
Jeff?
Yeah.
No big deal, but did you get the Ford extended warranty or somebody else?
Ford.
Did you have any problems? Not problems with the warranty, but have any work done under it?
Yes.
And they paid it?
Yep. there's $100 deductible. It's the same as the original warranty except for the $100 deductible.
I've actually used that. I've had good luck with it.
For example, as it happens, my truck has a little sliding window in the back seat,
Yeah.
and it quit working. It jammed open, the cable jammed. And rather than fixing the window, they just replaced the whole back window. Less labor, I assume.
Yeah.
And it's probably faster, so it's less working hours.
And I have two other issues I'm going to get fixed while it's still under warranty. The camera in the back does not work all the time, and I have an airbag light that comes on sporadically.
That's a good
Don't know whether it's in the sensor or the bag itself. It could be either one.
Mhm.
I had that on an old truck years ago. But I'm going to get that fixed while it's still under warranty. And it doesn't matter how many things you have wrong, it's still a $100 deductible to fix all of them if it's all in at once. And you get a rental truck while they're working on it, up to a week and a half or something like that.
Depending on the dealership, that's no time.
So, but right now, depending what it needs, if there's something that requires an integrated circuit, you might be waiting a long time for parts. With the chip shortage and all of that.
That's for sure.
So I've got to decide whether to buy a different truck or just suck it up and hope I can afford the cost of whatever else might go wrong.
way out the cost.
And you
Mhm.
cannot, and you cannot re-extend the extended warranty?
I haven't talked to him about it, but I'm up at 80,000 miles. If I try to extend it now, it'll be a lot more expensive than had I bought a longer warranty in the first place.
Okay, I see.
I didn't buy it when I bought the truck.
Usually you save money that way, not buying it.
Well, you usually do, but it's like I bought a Ford Focus that my daughter drove for a while, and I paid $2,600 for the extended warranty. And counting everything that was done to it, there was well over $5,000 worth of work was done on that car. So that one paid off.
Yeah.
And I paid something like $2,500 for the one on my truck, and I probably had $1,800 to $2,000 done so far, and I've got more to do yet. So in my case, I'm going to at least break even. I mean, you have to realize if they weren't making money off the extended warranties, they wouldn't be selling them.
Yes.
That's just kind of a fact of life. I mean,
Well, my question is, and that's why I'm seriously asking you, if you sell the truck, what are you buying? A truck or an electric vehicle?
I'm not going to buy anything electric at this point.
Because I'm afraid that the price of gas is going to be over $7 or $8.
Well, I know, but the thing that bothers me about my electric, if I was just driving around Las Vegas, I probably could live with that. I install something in the garage to charge it at home and so forth and so on.
Right. That's my biggest fear is if you go out on the road.
We don't like to fly, so if we travel any distance, we drive.
Right.
And the question is, can I find someplace to charge it along the trip?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
exactly,
I've seen
Gary.
quite a
Not
few
yet.
people do that make road trips and put that on YouTube. But they show that it can be done as long as you have a charge and thing.
But it's like, I'm sure there's a way to do it, but it's just a lot
It can
less
be done
hassle.
as long as you use a Tesla because they have the best net of the recharging stations. Yes.
So I mean, I won't be buying something like a Tesla if I.
Well, Teslas have recharging stations, but can't you if you're staying at a hotel, can't you just plan out, how much battery, how much charge it's going to take to get to a hotel, stop at the hotel, and if they got an outlet on the outside of the building, charge it that way.
So we'll see. I mean, there's going to be a crossover point when you probably want to go electric. I'm hoping it's after my lifetime.
Or at least when you don't need it very often.
Right,
Now,
but like where I go, I grew up in this little bitty town out in Kansas and there sure as hell isn't going to be a charging station any place around there.
So
In fact, I've had problems in the past when my mother was still alive. I would fly to Kansas City and rent a car and go drive down there. And one of the conditions on car rental is that you don't drive on gravel roads, but I couldn't get to where I was going without driving on a gravel road.
yeah. So
You know?
Jeff, do you think that eventually you're going to have to get, not you, but society as a whole is going to have to go electric? Do you think that's going to be forced upon us from
I think eventually.
others?
Probably.
Or do you
If,
think it's going to be
if-
because of
I
the
don't
price of
think it'll be
gas?
necessarily government mandates either.
If the president we have right now stays in the office, probably. If it was up to him, yes, we would all be elected.
Well, I don't think government's going to force it.
So,
The
hey,
government might try to force it, but I don't think they can.
right, Gary, what would be
Like
your
Como.
dollar amount that you would say, nope, no more gas, I'm going electric?
Well, that I don't know.
$5-6 a gallon.
Alaska's what, $6 or $7 a gallon right now, or Hawaii?
750, I heard.
Jeez.
I already have a Tesla. My wife has a Mustang EV.
So
It's not the price, but I got a couple of cars that the gas goes, you can't sell them. Who's gonna want them as an electric car?
but I think it'll come eventually, but I don't think it'll be by government mandate, because you can't mandate everything.
No.
Do you think we should have electric vehicles or no?
I mean, my wheelchair supposedly can go. I've never really tested it. It supposedly can go 15 miles on a battery charge, but I've never went a complete 15. I've never driven a complete 15 miles in one go in one day.
I think it'll come eventually, but I don't think it's going to be on lithium-ion batteries. I think we need something better.
Well, I have an acquaintance, and I knew him. He's the one that blew up the car a couple of weeks ago. I actually knew the guy. They needed new batteries for $19,000.
So the guy in Finland,
They gave him new batteries, or he needed new batteries?
Needed.
Oh, okay.
I mean, blowing it up makes a statement, but if I were him, I would have sold it if I just got a couple thousand out of it. He would at least got 2,000 towards buying
That's
another
true.
vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see, he's not even in New York, which had nothing to do with the car, but
I think my biggest fear for electric vehicles, all electric vehicles, will be we don't have the current charging stations that's going to be needed to drive from, let's say, me in Illinois to Jeff in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
There's not going to be enough of a charge to drive that many miles, I don't think. And then the other, go ahead, Catherine.
The other issue is, at the moment, there is no standard for like charging, so you cannot go with one brand of car to a Tesla charging station and then move on.
Yep.
yeah,
That's the other problem.
That's one place where I would find government interventions useful, to mandate a standard.
at least if you're gonna build a car, you gotta do electric.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I mean,
We'll see.
we have 2 chargers.
Yeah, there.
Did you have to add special circuitry in the garage or something like that for each of them?
Well, yes, we did, because it's 220.
Mm-hmm.
And they also want to, basically, it's gotta have I can't think the right word. It's, not circuit breaker, but
F5.
so it doesn't short out when it gets a spike.
Yeah, F5.
Stupid thing.
Interruptions, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing
Let me
is,
ask you, if you have to drive someplace where you're going to need to recharge, I mean, say like you're going to go even on a modest trip, do you have something you can plug into a regular outlet at a motel and recharge it if all
Yes.
else fails?
That's what I was trying to say a while ago.
I mean, yes and no. Yes, 100% yes. But I've not tried. Well, I've tried it at home and forget it. It takes like 2 days to give it a full charge.
Okay, so that's on the 120 circuit, right?
110, basically. Yeah.
110,
Yeah,
yeah.
110 circuit. Yeah. Okay. Just
So
curious.
they do have a converter, but I mean, it's so dead. I mean, It's not like, oh, let's stop in 2 hours and we'll be fine. You can do it half the night to get, because it's not the same charge as a regular one.
So you
Yeah.
really need the 240 or 220, whatever it is, to.
Whatever you want to call
Do
it.
we have any solar powered cars yet?
I don't know.
Experimental
I don't think
engineering
so.
colleges race solar powered cars every year, but it's just a
Too heavy?
research or, well, they make them very light so that, and have huge solar panels on top. I mean,
Right.
this is something engineering students do for a contest every year at all the big universities.
Can't do it in the rain or the clouds.
Or the snow.
Yeah,
Solar powered
What
cars
What
in
word?
Colombia would actually make sense, especially in Cartagena and Barranquilla. It's all the sun is basically always shining.
I'll say one other thing. If you drive, and I'm old, so I'm making a joke. If you drive like an old person, that's fine. But if you go kind of fast or traffic driving, the electricity is just sucking right out of it.
Oh, so start and stop driving is pretty bad for them?
Very.
Okay.
Accelerating is horrible. And the other thing, which you can, on the Teslas, you can change the volume, change the noise it makes. Because I guess there's a mandate by the government that you have to make some kind of noise so you know it's running.
Not that you couldn't smell it.
How would you smell it?
I don't know. I believe most things that burn, do you not smell things that burn?
No, to say that it's running on an electric car.
Oh.
There's
Well,
nothing burning.
Long story short is there's a reason why why they put up all these gas stations. There's a reason why we have a whole bunch of gas stations in this country and not a whole bunch of electric charging stations. It's
Yeah, you
because
also have to know.
gas makes more sense, at least in the America and the U.S.
Well, Jeff, the one thing about this, sorry, Alex, I interrupt. The one thing about them is at least we don't have to burn coal anymore. Go on, Jeff, Alex.
Well, yeah, coal is on its way out on its own without government intervention.
so
I
now-
have I got a classmate from high school whose son worked in the coal industry, and she's upset and blames it all on the government. But it's just the coal industry's dying on its own.
yeah. So you guys want to see what I'll look like bald?
What's that?
You want to see what I'll look like bald?
Well, I thought we already did. All right.
Yes, now you look bald.
Now I'll get the big bushy beard. Yep, now I look bald. Oh, cool. So now we're a cosmetology, whatever that is, station. No, we will not be bald. Not going to happen. So you guys were talking about gas mileage and Gary's comment about driving like an old person. Years ago, my sister's husband was telling us about his parents. They had a hybrid vehicle. And I guess she called him one day and said, "Oh, I'm getting 70 miles to the gallon." And he goes, "That's because you drive 30 miles per hour."
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'll tell you a true story. I had the first new car I ever owned was a 1979 Datsun 210 hatchback. Had a 5-speed manual transmission. The fifth gear was actually an overdrive.
right.
And on the interstate, I got an honest to God 43 miles to the gallon.
That was back
It was a
in.
little 1.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. And if you turned on the air conditioning, the engine overheated.
Yeah.
I mean, it just didn't have enough oomph to run the car and the air conditioner at the same time.
Wow.
Fortunately, that didn't matter a whole lot. But I got 160,000 miles out of that car. I paid $6,000 cash for it to begin with. And in honest to God repairs, not brake pads and tires and oil and all that, I spent $1,000 on it in 20 years.
Wow.
So, I mean, I got my money's worth out of that one.
I'd say.
That's so. Oh my God.
I know what our next car is going to be. I decided this the other day. I'm going up to the Amish country over here. I'm getting me a horse and I'm getting me a buggy.
Yeah, good. Good, I like that.
Yep. When we
Well,
go to Indiana, we got to leave on Thursday to get there on Monday.
Yeah, that reminds me of the old joke they used to tell in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, where I live. It was part of the Manhattan Project, you know, to make the atomic bomb during the Second World War.
Right.
And when somebody would ever ask them what they were working on there, the standard answer was the front ends of horses for assembly in Washington.
Alex, I told you don't show my Corvette to everybody. Doggone it.
That's actually my mom's car.
Oh, is it
That's
really?
That's not her car. That's an even document for Google, but that's the same car that she's got.
Nice.
Tell you the car I want. 1964 Pontiac GTO.
That'd be nice.
That's a big one. I like that one.
The reason I say that, when I was a senior in high school, year 64, 65, the local newspaper that year hired a young fellow fresh out of college to be the sports writer. And he was feeling flush with money from the first job, went out and bought one of those. And all of us boys in the senior class that year, we were just drooling over that car. And so I've wanted one ever since. If I could find one that was in halfway decent shape, I'd go to Count's Customs here in Las Vegas and have it restored.
If I could get a hold of a 67 Camaro, that would be my dream car.
Yeah. That's a nice one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the Novas.
Yeah, they were nice. I
The
think
other
if
one
I-
I would have restored, my uncle had a 1956 Cadillac, fire engine red.
That thing was
My
probably about
cousin-
as big as a battleship, wasn't it?
Yeah, my cousin still has it. It's been rusting away under a tarp in Santa Paula, California for 20 years.
Wow.
So I assume it's probably not repairable at this point. But when they would drive back from California to Kansas, where I grew up, they would cruise at 80 miles an hour on the highway with that thing way back in the day. That was a nice, smooth riding car.
Yeah.
I would love to have that one fixed up. But
What was the one Buick came out with that had Royale in the name back in the 70s?
Regal,
No, Regal was another one.
the Sabre,
No, something Royale.
225, deuce and a quarter.
be back in a minute, guys. I got to go take care of Olivia.
We'll be here.
I think the Royale was the name of a song. I like the Riviera. I like Riviera.
What was the first one you named, Greg? Regal?
The Sabre,
No, the Regal.
the Regal.
Yeah, those, my mom had one of those. Those were nice. That was a really, really nice car.
You were talking about horses. A horse can only travel 32 miles a day.
Yeah,
And there's got to be a reason for this.
Because of the energy.
Really?
That's what I've read and heard.
I believe you.
Ken,
Yes.
you might want to use a summer and a winter sledge and a few huskies, yes, because they can travel further.
I would like to research the 32 miles in a day because that really makes travel back way back when really a long time. So Indianapolis is 122 miles. 32 would be 1 day. 32, that's 64 would be 2 days. 30 would be 96 would be 3 days. It's going to take me 3.5 days to get to Indianapolis? No. That's not happening.
Yeah, with the huskies you might be faster. Yes.
Remember that horses and cows pollute.
Yeah, I'm gonna win the lottery and I'm gonna get a chauffeur and it's not gonna make me any difference how long it takes because I'm gonna be in the back sleeping. I'm just gonna say, here, go over here. I think one day I'm gonna go, Greg, is you home?
I was wrong, but it says a horse can travel up to 100 miles in a single day.
Oh, well, in that case,
if they have high endurance and stamina. For the average trail horse, it can travel up to 50 miles a day at the pace of a brisk walk,
Hmm.
along with water and a few breaks.
I mean, kill the poor horse, but
Yeah. Really.
But that's what Google says.
Can you imagine pulling into a rest area and you see 4 or 5 horses strapped down to a tree or something?
I have a cousin who died recently, in the 70s. Anyway, he was into horses, and he used to go and do chuck wagons with this group. Anyway, he'd go meet about like we are, have morning breakfast in middle of Kentucky, and he had a horse he'd ride with a buggy. Not an Amish buggy, like a buckboard. And the other 3 would ride horses too. So
Yeah, I don't think I'll be going the horse and buggy route. I just don't think that's going to happen. Probably ain't going to win the lottery either because I don't play it. So
But maybe with the buggy, you do not have to pay much taxes.
Yeah, but it pollutes all that methane. No. That's why we were getting rid of the cows. Nothing.
speaking of that, did you see where the poster child for the Greenpeace people, Greta Thunberg, said that Joe Biden is not, what was the word she used? Basically, she said he's a fraud on the environment. I thought that was pretty good coming from a 14-year-old.
She's 19.
How much?
19.
Oh,
19.
Oh. Man, I am behind.
I mean, the Greta girl that's on Vice Grip Garage?
No, this is the girl from Sweden, I think she was originally.
German.
German, Sweden. They're all over there in that neck of the woods.
Ex-Nazi.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Well, she was 14 when she started out, right?
That's when she dropped out of high school, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why she knows so much about this stuff.
Well, yeah, I remember learning so much about that when I was in high school. Let me tell you how my high school days went. This is my high school days. English class. Wait a minute. Math class. Had to use the left arm because the right arm got tired in English class.
About home economics.
I didn't take home economics. I did take typing. That was fun.
I like actually going to school. I never had any issues with it.
Home economics was just real. You learned how to cook, and I already knew how to cook, so I didn't really need to take that. I did take shop 1 year. That was fun. We had like 1 saw, 1 drill press, 1 sander, and 1 lathe. I did like the lathe. That was pretty cool. And then we had 1 kid that drilled through his finger. Not his head, but his finger. Walked up to the shop teacher with the drill in hand, bit through finger and blood everywhere. He says, "I think I made a mistake."
Obviously so, son.
Yeah, really. Oh, good. Now we're a health education class. We get to see when someone's spewing blood everywhere.
Oh, did you see it? Anybody see that episode they had on Dish Network called This Came Out of Me?
I've seen something similar to that, yeah. Or Monster Inside of Me.
Yeah, that was a few years ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Guy was a mechanic and he slipped in the O-ring removal tool, and it was L-shaped with a hook on the end.
Yeah.
Jabbed into his hand.
That would be a big ouch. Yeah, that show Monsters Inside of Me, that was
Yeah.
kind of interesting on one hand, but oh my gosh, some of the things they showed
Yeah.
makes you wonder.
All those bugs they pulled out of people's legs.
Yeah, people go hiking in places they shouldn't, and walking through
Yeah.
swamps and whatnot. I mean, gonna happen.
Yeah, this is why I got, before I moved to Colombia, I got my, I got yellow fever vaccination. Yes.
Yeah, better to be safe than sorry. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Because yellow fever, it's not funny. Yes. And like in 2015, I got Zika. Yes. And Zika is in the same family of illnesses like the yellow fever. And I saw people like really suffer from Zika for 2 months straight. Yes. But for me, the Zika only lasted like 10 days. You know, and afterwards I was good again. And everybody else was astonished. And I said, yeah, I had the yellow fever vaccination, which I think really helped because I already got the antibodies. So
Yeah,
the recovery was much faster.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, it's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go check outside and see if it's snowing.
Take the camera. We want an in-depth report. If we hear a slip and fall, we'll know what's going on.
Oh, damn.
So I'm gonna leave tonight. I'm gonna
Yeah, you got to work in the morning, so thank you for
Yeah.
being here.
see you later,
Look
guys.
for you tomorrow night. Thanks, Gary.
Bye, Gary.
Bye, Catherine. Good luck, Sam, if he's still there. Tell Jeff I said hi.
I will.
No snow yet.
Do you know this song from Neil Young? It's on the Reactor album. About cars. You know, my old car is breaking down. The new car is from Japan. There are already too many dancers in this town. Oh yeah, it's called Who's Driving My Car Now? It's a brilliant song. I love it.
Now we're a karaoke channel. That's cool. I could go for that.
I'm bad. I cannot really sing it. Oh, God.
Gary or Greg, doggone it. Now I gotta go check and see if we got snow.
But Kent does not really want snow. So I live just in a city where if we have snow, we have a real problem.
I'll send him a couple of my inches.
Yeah, you already have your shovel at the ready and your salt, so you're like ready.
Yeah. It's in the garage, ready to go.
My friend Chris, he has like he has a tractor, yes, and on the front he can put the snow machine.
Yeah, snow plow.
Yeah.
So no snow, but the condensation on our front door has frozen.
Get closer.
Maybe it's too cold for snow. If it's too cold, it cannot snow.
Oh, that'd be nice. I can handle that.
So, how many degrees of cold do you have now?
No, I'm checking that now.
45 degrees.
Oh, it went up a degree. It's 22 now.
Supposed to get down to 31 tonight here where we are in Vegas.
Yeah, we're supposed to get 33 and below. That's tomorrow
The
night.
entire day tomorrow, it's supposed to get up to 29, so it's not going to be much of a temperature change here in the next 24 hours.
We're supposed to be down to 28 like 3 nights this week here, but it's going to rise above freezing in the daytime.
That'd be chilly for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be there. Hold on. Take me a minute to hobble in there.
So -5, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's in the range for snow. Huh.
Should be able to just make a comment. Oh, you gotta, I gotta create your channel, so you can't do that. Let me get you on Zoom. I thought we solved that problem yesterday, actually. I'm
Which
back.
one?
For some reason, her YouTube thing's not working right. And I'm
Oh.
99% sure I fixed that yesterday, so.
Okay, yes, about on the phone for your wife. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, now I know what you talked about. I was like a little bit confused. Yes.
It says to make, she joined it, but it says to make a comment, you must own a channel, but she's already got a channel because we created it and it didn't work.
Oh. I don't know.
So you got to turn that down a minute.
What the heck?
Hello.
I'm watching TV and I'm eating peanuts. And how are you guys?
Good, good.
Hi.
I can't even see you. My God, this is ridiculous.
Oh, now it's ridiculous. First you want me to do it, now it's ridiculous.
I am in my most sacred moment. Watching my TV.
I'm just curious why she wants to watch all of us old farts.
I don't know. I think this is just practice for when she talks to people across the world. Actually,
I've been talking to people in the Philippines.
So do you work in a nursing home or?
Yes, nursing home.
Well, see, this is just practice for work.
Oh, trust me, you'll never know what I deal with every day.
and then she comes home to me. So
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. In early 2018, I had to be in the hospital 3 weeks. I got a skin infection that went wild.
Oh yeah?
And I was on 3 different IV antibiotics for 3 weeks. And they stuck me in this really crappy specialty hospital here in Las Vegas because Medicare didn't want to pay for a full service hospital.
Oh, good grief.
And
How long did you stay?
3 weeks.
Okay.
I mean, the care actually wasn't bad. The food wasn't that great, but the care wasn't that bad. But I was one of 2 patients that were actually ambulatory.
Oh, okay.
And I was
It's
speaking to a nurse one day, and I said, "Boy, it looks like there's a bunch of old people just kind of come here waiting to die." And she said all of the others were actually younger than I was,
Oh, yeah.
which just scared the hell out of me. But I mean, these were folks with lung problems and other serious health issues.
Others are cancer, and they are very young.
So
Some of them are HIV. Yeah, we have like how many residents has HIV and they are terminal.
when this hospital I was in had one wing where it was rehab, I wasn't in that wing. And the other wing where just basically people were waiting to die, which is I was anxious to get my antibiotics over with and get the hell out of there.
You know what we call that area there? When I'm assigned there, we call that area killing fields. Where are you assigned at, or now? Oh, I'm assigned at the killing fields.
Oh yes, humor.
Because the people there dying.
Well, I have to have a little black humor, you know, or you wouldn't have any at all.
Yeah, I mean, no. If you don't know how to have humor in that working place like this, like that, you're
I
gonna
understand. I understand. I work in care too.
Oh yeah.
Let me go see if I can get the YouTube deal working. I'll be right back.
It's not working, right?
Working on it.
I got a check for this man last night for free. Tonight, there's a bill coming.
You're not paying him enough money to get it fixed.
Well, ain't that the truth? Be right back.
Said that twice.
Gotta troubleshoot why the doggone channel thing is not working. I go through all that pain in the neck last night and it don't work. That's ridiculous.
I have a tech question for somebody.
Go ahead.
All
Yes.
right. Okay, you can, in Zoom here, we can do virtual backgrounds. I mean, obviously you can download an image and add it into it.
Right.
On my old computer, besides none and blur, there were like 3 to 4 other images already there in Zoom.
Right.
When I go to Zoom on this new build, there's just none and blur. And the other, quote, standard images from Zoom weren't there at all. I'm just curious why that might be. It's not a big deal. I can add other images that I like.
Maybe because of the version.
What's that?
Maybe because of the version.
I got the latest version of Zoom. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That the older version might have more.
Well, I think I actually had the same version on both machines, although I started with an earlier version on the old computer and just upgraded, so maybe it kept the old images or something. I don't know.
Maybe, yes. Interesting.
It's not a life or death thing, it's just a curiosity question more than anything else.
Yeah, at least you're curious. You know, each time I wanted to explain something about the PC to my aunt, she's good, yes, but both my grandmothers and my grandfathers, they were like, oh, I never needed it, and I do not start now. You know, but in the US, the mindset of all the people is completely different than in Switzerland.
Well, it can be worse. When my father-in-law was still alive, he thought he was a computer expert, and he really didn't know anything about it. When we would go out to visit my wife's parents, we usually went to the Midwest twice a year, see her parents and to see my mother, who was still living. And the first 24 to 36 hours I was there, I would spend getting all the viruses off my father-in-law's computer.
So I got a tech question.
One Christmas, I thought I had them all off went through everything that was in floppy disk days. And Christmas Day, he comes and said, it's still on here. He had a floppy disk in his pocket he'd been carrying around. And then I was not able to run the antivirus on and reinfected it.
Oh God.
It was actually a Microsoft Word virus, which that's the only one of those I'd ever seen.
I had not. I had a virus that once that disconnected my internet. You know, so the Ethernet port would not work anymore.
Oh, there it is. Maybe.
Yes, Ken, you said something about the technical question. Yes.
Well, it's not a technical question. It's a technical thought that I probably know the answer, but I'll throw it out there anyway. Can you run 2 Zooms under 2 different names at the same time?
You would have to have one coming from your phone and the other one coming from OBS, I would imagine.
I would have thought you would have to. I would have thought you'd had to have it under 2 different emails and 2 different browsers.
Maybe 2 different devices, even. I don't know.
Or even 2 different devices. So Lorna just commented in the chat room, so that's working. That's good. I don't know. I was thinking about that today for some reason. I don't remember why I was thinking that, but I thought if you had 2 different, if you could log into Zoom at the same time under 2 different accounts, then a lot of what I test out with Alex and Gary and Darren and everyone else, I wouldn't need to do that. But I don't think it can be done.
Try it.
That requires thinking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's difficult at my age.
I struggled getting the recording part done today, and that was actually pretty cool.
Where were you recording from? OBS? Or?
No, here in Zoom. If I hit the record button, you guys will get a box that'll pop up and say this is being recorded. You can choose to stay knowing you're recorded, or you can
Right.
leave.
I remember the other day, Doug was saying somebody was saying there are other ways that you can do it.
Yes, you can very ethnically, wrongly, and morally wrong screen record, OBS, XSplit, and however many others are out there. Yeah, sure, but that would be wrong. If I hit the record button right now, record on this computer.
Recording in progress.
You guys should have got a pop up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
now, when I get the pop up, is it okay if I flip you off or?
Well, here's what I don't like. So before you even hit stay or leave or whatever, it's already recording this. So if you say something like what you just did, it recorded that.
Oh, I know.
Even though now
you can notice I didn't actually
once we in the Zoom, you could flip us off, but it's not going to record. Well, it would record it though, huh? Well, sure, go ahead.
Notice I just asked the question. I didn't actually do it.
Right. So Lorna said, what's the subject matter for tonight? Just remind me for the time when I'm still in school. We have a teacher in trigonometry finding her ways. We've already had the math discussion. You're about an hour late for that. So.
Well, we were talking about cars a while ago.
Yes.
Recording stopped.
And then you stop it. And then when I end the Zoom, it will actually process the recording, put it in a folder in documents with about 5
if you're going to
things.
record, here's what I do. I bought a little flip down thing for my camera.
Right.
I bought the camera. Snaps on the top. It's just got a little cover that flips down or whatever.
I just unplugged mine when I shut the Zoom meeting down. That's the safe.
Well, I got to reach around the back of my computer to unplug it. It's under the desk.
That's a good idea. I kind of like that.
Check
And it wasn't that much.
Other than, I think we determined if you've got like 50, 60 people in here for a seminar or something, that would be purposeful to record it. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know? Or if you're teaching maybe, and little Johnny didn't make it to the Zoom, you could record it so he could watch it later. I don't know. Just one of those things that I might figure out one of these years.
Take a look at the YouTube chat.
Yeah, there was a troll and Matthew Camp caught him for us.
No, down below. I posted you a link about how to hold concurrent Zoom meetings.
Oh, in the YouTube chat?
Yeah, and that comes straight from Zoom support.
Hadn't made it yet. The last one I see is Lorna's. Give it a minute.
Did you just do that, Greg?
Yeah.
Hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah, it's still
Tell me
processing.
I forgot to hit the enter.
Oh, wait a minute. Greg, you are a moderator, are you not?
Yeah.
Thought you were. So, let me oh, there it is. Greg got it. Man, that took a while to get there.
I forgot to hit the enter key.
Oh.
Is that like hitting the any key?
Yeah.
It's here, I found it.
Hey, I'm authorized by the federal government. I'm a senior citizen.
Oh, so licensed user on enterprise, business, and education. I don't know what the license is. Hey, Robert, are you awake? I'll get with him tomorrow on that. The host can lead the meeting. Okay, I knew that. Why the user?
What kind of licenses are there besides enterprise, business, education? Just like personal licenses, or
What are we talking about?
Yeah. Zoom licenses.
Zoom licenses.
I would assume the license Robert has is just the basic pro license or whatever they call it that anybody can pay for, but it's probably not. I'm willing to bet it's probably not education or enterprise.
Yeah. All right.
It's probably just
Yeah,
a
I'm
pro.
awake.
Do what, Robert?
I'm awake. I was in another room.
So the license is not enterprise, business, or education, is it?
No.
Okay. Well, that Greg posted that. Thank you, Greg.
That was a thought.
Huh. Well, I'll get that out of
That's
the
what
way.
we get for thinking.
Yeah, you have to write a note and put it on the screen. Press the button. Press the button. I do it all the time. I'm like, why aren't they answering me? And I'll look and I'm like, oh, damn it, I forgot to push the button to send it.
Yep.
Probably won't be the last time I do that either. Gotta watch my TV series. Guys, talk to you later. Ciao. Is that a Filipino thing to speak in Italian?
Yeah, Tagalog.
Yeah, that's Tagalog. I actually know more of it than I thought I did. We were discussing things the other night, and I was shocked.
You probably get a little bit of it without even thinking about it much.
She watches Filipino TV every day, and I'm starting to be able to keep up with some of it, and that's kind of scary. So,
You said you learned Korean a little bit when you were over there?
quite fluently, yeah. It just was, I was in Korea for 5 total years, so kind of was
that's
helpful.
quite a while, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of helpful to learn it. If we were in the Philippines,
What
I'm
was
sure I would.
What was Greg's idea?
It wasn't Greg's idea. It was my idea to run 2 consecutive Zoom sessions at the same time. And
And that requires education, pro or business.
right, because my thinking was just 2 different IDs, 2 different browsers, and maybe try that. But that would be too much work, and we don't want to go down that road. And I don't.
You
I
can't
think
do
when he
that
was showing
under.
that you
You
could
can't
do
do that
it
under
with
one
machine.
account with just the basic pro license or whatever they call it.
Not according to that website. It's no big deal. I was just trying to cut down on having to call people and say, "Hey, I want to try this crazy idea. Can you get on Zoom with me?" And then I could just do it myself.
If you want to try some crazy idea, you can always just log into your original Zoom account that you were using before Robert bought the license on another account. And then you can, or is that too much trouble?
Maybe. I tried that the other day and didn't have much success. I really did try to do that, and I was struggling horribly.
Was that like a free account?
Yeah. And it might be that I need to clear the cookies, because every time I tried to do it with the other one, it wouldn't let me do that. I I can try to join now, but it's going to come up and look just like there'll be 3 Kens in here. There'll be me, Ken, and then another one. Because for some reason it defaults over to this one, even though I'm trying not to use this one. No, it's no big deal. I just think of crazy, odd, weird, dumb things to do, and I try to do them.
Yeah, try. You have to try things, so otherwise you never know.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. I could be sitting here going,
It's like he's frozen.
no, I'm watching YouTube, and it's really interesting.
Well, you need to explain what you're watching.
YouTube.
More than just one word.
YouTube is 2 words. Oh, I almost showed emotion there. Hold on.
No, it's not.
No, YouTube is fine.
YouTube, 2 words.
Yeah, you'd be amazed. There's some people that I know that don't know how to spell YouTube. It's capital Y-O-U, capital T-U-B-E, all one word. And sometimes people will separate it, make it all lowercase, or make just one letter.
Oh, I bet you could find some English teachers in this world will tell you that it's, it's not one word, and capitalization don't mean you can run it together and make it one word.
But if you want to make it shorter, you can write the abbreviation.
YT?
Yes, Yankee Tango.
Yeah. I actually am not real fond of the acronyms, like LOL and YT and L, what is it, laughing on the floor, laughing my ass off, or rolling on the floor. I've never been a big fan of those. So I try not to use them except when I have to. We're going to get to a point in society, hopefully not in my lifetime, to where we're not going to speak words. We're just going to say.
Or they use laughing my AF off.
Alex, it's okay. You can say ass. We're all big people in here. You're not going to hurt our feelings. You're not going to shock us. We're not going to go,
I know,
Alex!
but I'm not. I know, but I don't
condone it.
I don't cuss.
You don't speak. Ass is not a bad word. Ass is an animal. It's in the Bible.
I know.
Don't make me dig my Bible out and find it, because that'll take a long time.
But it depends on the context. In the Bible, it's talking about the animal.
And okay,
when people use it,
maybe people are talking about they're rolling on the floor with their ass from the Bible. You never know. Maybe I should have been a lawyer.
Really?
Are we still on YouTube?
No, we're talking about asses now.
Oh, I know, but are we still on YouTube?
Oh, of course. Well, I'll probably catch a couple violations.
I was going to tell a joke, but if we're still on YouTube.
Let me check and see how long we've been streaming. 1 hour and 43 minutes. So we're coming up on the magical 2-hour self-imposed limit I put on myself. And I think I'll go ahead and end it. So for anyone that's watching, Matthew.
I went for about an hour. Had to restart it once, but I went for about an hour.
I'm getting ready to end it. So Matthew, thank you. I appreciate you kicking the troll out. Greg, thank you for your link. Lorna.
No problem. I'll send you a bill.
Send it to her. She'll pay it.
All right.
She'll come here and go, what's this bill for? So in all seriousness, I am going to end the stream. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. We will keep the Zoom chat running. I am going to work on tomorrow, come hell or high water, a banner to go across like Doug has, but I don't want to copy Doug, so I'm trying to think of how I want to do it, even though I'm going to be copying Doug, but not in the same fashion. I think, for the most part, across the board in YouTube, somebody sees an idea, oh, I like that, and then they modify it a little bit, and then someone sees it, and I mean, I could do it across the bottom, I just don't want to. So, good night, YouTube world. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow night. It'll be day 3. Episode 3 of day 3 of the new year. Yeah, I think that made sense. Bye for now. Okay, Jeff.